Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. In today's video, I'll discuss an important interview question from a EF core code first approach perspective. And that question is, what is the use case of this up method and down method in my EF core migrations? So if you open any of the migration that you have created in the past, you must see that all the migration consist of two methods. One is my up method and my down method. Now, what is the use case of this? And how can we even trigger them independently? So, if I say about my up method, whenever I run some migration, the up method will consist of all the changes that I want to update in that migration. For example, in this particular one, in my product table, I am trying to add a new column called as product description. And whenever I create a new migration, it creates this migration script and simply says that in the up method, I'm adding a column with the name as product description and the table name is products and so as, right? And the down method consists of just the reverse of it. So whatever you are doing in the up method, the down method will just consist of the reverse of it. In this scenario, I am adding a column into my product table, and in the drop column on the down method, I am removing a column from my product table. So that part is quite clear that whatever the migration that I want to create, that will be a part of my up method, and down will cut the reverse of it. Now this migration is already applied to my database. So if I go to my database itself, you can see my database currently consists of a column named as product description. And here is the part where the real fun starts. So my DB also consists of this migration. And now if I want to roll it back, if I want to revert that migration, then what I can do? I can go to my terminal, I can write a command .NET EF migrations remove and press enter, and you will notice that it will start building my code. But there is some issue in this, and it says that this migration is already applied to a database. You cannot revert it back. So .NET migrations remove command, which is supposed to remove migration, or if it is supposed to remove the applied migration from a database, is not capable of removing those migrations which are already applied to a system. If I didn't apply this migration to my database itself, I can simply remove it back. But since it is already executed, I can't remove it. Now, what are the two options that I have in this scenario? So, the use case is that I want to remove this product description column from my table. And the two scenarios or the two things which I can perform is first, delete this column altogether and create a new migration. Okay. So if I delete this column and create a new migration, it will create a new class file, which again consists of my up and down method. And in that case, it will be simply removing a column from my database table itself. But I really don't want to do this. I really don't want to create a new migration only for deleting a record or only for deleting a column from my database. Then what are the other alternative that I am having as of now? And here is the point where the down method comes into a picture. So typically, if you want to execute a down method into your EF core migration, you again have to come back to the terminal. And this time, you will write the command .NET EF database update. And remember, we normally write this command whenever I really want to update something into my database. But this time, this command is going to be a little bit trickier. I am not writing down .NET E database update, but apart from this, I am going to include another parameter into it, and the parameter name is my migration name. So, for example, if I want to roll back this migration, which is added description column into a product table, or in simple terms, if I want to execute this down method, then I have to put or I have to copy a previous migration name, which in my case is the added audit entity. It might be different in your case, but if I want to roll back this migration, I have to grab a migration name which I had applied just prior to that migration, copy this name, go back to the terminal. So let me just copy this, go back to my terminal, and in that case, after update, I'm going to paste that name. See, added audit entities. So as of now in my database, if I again jump back to my database, I still have a column name as product description and it is still there. But if I run this command, which is .NET EF database update, and if I give a migration name which is prior to my current migration, and if I press enter, it will actually run the migration, or I should say the drop statement. So let me just open this in a bigger window and you can see the command that is executing. So it simply says revert migration, added description column in product table, which is my this class file. So it actually reverted this migration and then it executed the join method, the down method. See, alter table product drop column product description, which is something which is a part of my down method inside my EF core migrations. So the thumb rule is that if you really want to execute the down method of your EF core migrations, you need to write the same command, which is my .NET EF database update. And whichever migration you want to roll back, you have to copy the migration name prior to that one. And once done, when executed, it will actually update your database. So if I go to my DB now, and if I run this select statement, you can see the product description column has been removed. But this is not yet. This is not completed yet. We have one more step pending. So as you can notice that up to this point, my migration is removed from my database, but that file is still remaining. That file is still there, right? That file is not deleted. And if you want to delete this file, and if you want to remove the reference from the snapshot file as well, you have to again come back to terminal. And this time, if you write a command, .NET EF migration remove and press enter, and if you press enter, you can see it actually removed my file as well. So now this .NET EF migration remove command works, which was not working earlier as it was throwing an error that is already applied. This time it works because obviously my database is updated and it deleted the file as well from my source control, from my source code base, and it also updated my snapshot file. So it's quite simple. In an interview, if asked what is the use of an up method and down method, you can simply say that up method are used to update my database and a down method is used to roll back the changes from my database. That is the first answer that you have to give. The second answer which I have to give is I cannot execute a down method directly. Rather than I need to again come to my migrations and I need to apply a command .NET EF database update, and then I have to give that migration name which I had created prior to that migration in order to update, in order to execute the drop method of next migration. Okay, so this I found quite useful in multiple migrations in my EF core in my current project, and I thought of sharing with you as well. I hope you got the context of it. If you have any concern, if you have any questions, please drop it in the comment section and I'll surely reply you over there. This is it from my side for this video, guys. If you have any queries, please come back to me. Please drop me into comment section. And please like, share, and subscribe. This will keep me motivated and I will generate a new questions, new content for you. Thank you.